And this is how decisions are being made anymore. And you don't bring a PowerPoint to a riot. Like, it's just not going to do you much good. So and also when you bring the wrong tool to the job, you're discrediting everything that you do. So you don't bring out reasoned arguments in a mugging, and you don't bring philosophy to what is essentially a knife fight. That discredits philosophy, because as a philosopher, you should know what philosophy is for. And philosophy is for convincing people who respond to reason and evidence. And right now we have a society where people are so programmed and unaware, low information, counter information, that when they encounter information that goes against their perceived narrative, they actually harden their position. Mm-hmm. Like, bringing reason and evidence to most people these days makes them more committed to anti-rationality. That's not just my opinion. I did a whole presentation called The Death of Reason, when this is a very well-known phenomenon, that you provide counter evidence and people harden their original irrational position. So at this point, things they have to play out. People who won't learn from reason, then they have to learn from bitter experience. There's no magic other solution. Like, either the drug addict quits his drugs, or he has to hit rock bottom, or he's going to die. And at this point, I've done the intervention I did the intervention for sort of 14, 15 years. And now I'm observing the decline, and we'll see how it plays out. I know exactly how it's going to play out. I did a whole thing on the fall of Rome. So you know how it's going to play out. And hopefully credibility will return to those who made correct predictions. But right now, it's a fever dream. And it's sort of like trying to stand up for the witches in the Salem witch trial. It doesn't really do you much good. You have to wait for history. You have to wait for the hysteria to collapse. And all the people who thought they were heroes during this time, like in the McCarthyist time, all the people who thought they were heroes when they were prosecuting Socrates or throwing Galileo in prison and torturing him, all of those people who thought they were heroes, well, history has its own say afterwards. And they then have to, they usually don't live to see what villains they actually became or were, but weren't aware of it. So at this point, I think, I've made my predictions, how things are going to go. And hopefully some credibility will return to those who predicted bad outcomes from all of these irrational ideas. And being in the realm of politics at the moment, when it is the fist that is making the final decisions, words are merely words. They can only convince the rational.